Hey folks, my name is David Faltzgraf, and I'm the founder and lead sound designer here at SundaySounds.com. We're really excited to be able to provide you with high-quality, song-specific MainStage patches for today's most popular modern worship songs. Using our MainStage patches, you can nail these songs live, even if you're not using backing tracks and you're the only keyboard player. The great thing about all our MainStage patches is that you don't need any expensive third-party plugins or software. You just need MainStage 3 running on any modern Mac computer, and you can use these patches live. We've designed this patch at the original tempo and in the original key of the song, but there's a video tutorial on the product page that you can check out after you've purchased the patch if you need to do the song in a different key or at a different tempo than the original. To make things even easier for you, we've pre-mapped this patch to our Sunday Keys MainStage template. So if you have Sunday Keys, you can just drag and drop this patch right into your concert and it will be pre-mapped to the extra section. There's no setup work or mapping required. Just drag it in and you're ready to play. Now I'm going to hand this over to Ryan, who's going to walk you through the various sections of the patch to teach you how to use it to nail this song live. Let's take a look.
Hey everyone, Ryan here from Sunday Sounds. Let's go ahead and take a look at our patch for Holy Spirit by Jesus Culture. Now, as David mentioned in the intro, we're playing this patch in the original key, and that's going to be D, and at the original tempo. So if you did need to play this patch in a different key or in a different tempo, make sure you check out that video on the webpage for this song-specific patch. Throughout this song, we're going to move the mod wheel up and down, and we're going to use that to move in and out between different sections of the song. So as we move the mod wheel, we're fading in and out different sounds on this patch. If you don't have a mod wheel, that's totally fine. We've got a video tutorial, and that's over on our blog. It's going to show you how you can use a fader or a knob in place of the mod wheel, so you can still have full functionality of this patch. Alrighty, let's get started. So this is a 3-chord song. We've got a D, a G, and an E minor. I'm going to just show you the chord voicings that I use really quick, and then we'll go ahead and look at how we play in different sections. So for our D chord, we've got in the left hand just a D. In this range, we're going to be triggering, as you can see on the MainStage display, we're going to be triggering some different sounds. So a lot of pads. As we move the mod wheel up, we bring in the synth bass and some strings. We've also got a piano, and we've got a chord trigger set so that it plays a full octave. Now, if you have an 88 key keyboard and you don't want it to trigger the octave, you'd rather play the octave, that's fine. Just go to that piano channel strip and disable the chord trigger. However, if you have a 61 key keyboard or something and you have it transposed so that you run out of keys, well, that's totally cool. Just go ahead and use that chord trigger. So that D chord looks like this. If you notice, I've just got pad, and so whenever the mod wheel is really low, we've just got pad coming through. If we raise it up just a bit, we have piano that'll come in. So in the left hand, I'm doing that D. In the right hand, we got an octave D with an F sharp in the middle. For that G chord, left hand, we're going to play just the G. It's going to trigger that lower octave. In the right hand, we're going to keep the octave D and put a G in the middle. For that E minor, left hand, we're going to play an E. In the right hand, we're going to keep that D on top, and then in the bottom, we're going to play an E minor and then a G. It sounds like this. Once you've got those 3 chords down, you're set to play the song. I'm going to go ahead and just show you really quick how the mod wheel works. As a general rule of thumb on this song, the lower the mod wheel, we're going to use that for the quieter parts of the song. And as we move the mod wheel up, we bring in the bigger, louder parts. So as an example, as I said, with 0, we have just a pad. As we move it up, piano that comes in. Now there's one other part that we need to talk about, and that is during the bridge, if you look on the MainStage display, you can see that we have a bell part mapped. And so I'll just show you how this sounds. This is only going to come in when we have the mod wheel about 75 to 100%. When we dial it back. Okay, so the intro of the song is just a pad. So we're going to have the mod wheel down. We're going to alternate between a D chord and then a G chord. So I'm just going to play through real quick an example of that. So nothing too complicated there, just the left hand, single notes between the D and the G, and we're going to let the chord trigger fill out all the other notes in the chords. We're going to actually stay with that pattern, just the D and the G in the left hand, throughout the first verse and the second verse. Now whenever we go to the first chorus, make sure that you've built the mod wheel up to about 20%. You can get a feel for when that piano comes in. Okay, so we're going to go in with the mod wheel about 20. Now we're going to just play those chords. So for the D, that's the general idea for the first chorus. Now from there, I like to leave the mod wheel about where it is, or even move it up a little bit bigger to build in more of the pads. And we can go into our third verse. I like to keep the piano in. We're just going to do those same chords. Nothing too complicated there. And then we go into another chorus. Like I said before, depending on how high you push the mod wheel, that's how big the sound's going to be. So just use that to taste. The last part we really have to cover is the bridge. So when we hit the bridge, we drop right down. And so one thing I like to do on the mod wheel, let's say that we're nice and big for that chorus, so I'm going to just play a little bit, and then I'll show you how I cut it down really quick for the bridge. So as you can see, about when I hit that D, I just pull it down. About 50. It seems to do pretty well. Now you can either leave that D just to drone. That'll actually work over the different chord changes. Or you can play around. What they do on the album is they go from the F sharp, G, F sharp, D. That would sound something like this. Now in the right hand, we just have that little lead line. So with the mod wheel about 75 to 100, it sounds like this. Now from that bridge, we go into our big chorus. So leave the mod wheel all the way up, play those same chords that we did in the beginning, and that's really all there is to the song. So once again, just make sure that you know how the mod wheel affects the different sounds that come in and out. If you've got that and you've got those three chords, then you're all set to play this song. So I hope that you've enjoyed this tutorial and that you consider adding this patch to your sound library. There's some really awesome pads and ambient textures in this one, as well as a synth bass. So just a good idea to add those to your collection anyway. I am Ryan, and we'll see you next time.